This has been a big year of new features and updates to the Amazon Echo. In this video, I'm going to go over my top 5 favorite feature updates for 2018. Hi, my name is Craig. On this channel, I do tech tips and reviews along with the weekly Echo series. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thank you. Check out the description. I'll put links in there to the Echo so you can learn more about them. Please use those links. They definitely help the channel out. This is week number 52 of my 52-week Echo video challenge for 2018. I'm done for this year. I've done at least one video for every week of 2018. If you've watched them, thank you very much. Also, I've changed the name of my device to Echo, so hopefully I don't trigger your device at home. There have been so many feature updates to this device. Amazon has been doing a great job. I'm going to go over my top 5 favorites. This is only going to be an overview video, but with all of these features, I did make a more in-depth video at some point during the year. So check out the other videos if you want to learn more. Now this first one is really a combination of 2 features, but top 6 didn't sound as good as top 5, and they're kind of along the same lines. The first is drop-in and announcements. With both of these features, you could turn them on or off under a device's setting if you go to the communications option and either choose to turn off communications and you won't be able to do announcements or drop-in, or you can turn them off individually. Drop-in allows you to do a direct connection to another device, usually just within the household, but you can allow other people in the family to use it that are outside of your household. But I'm going to give you an example of dropping into another Echo in my house. Echo, drop in on the bedroom. Do you see the green light as it tries to make the connection? It made the sound letting me know it's connected. And now I'm connected to my Echo that's in the bedroom. Nobody's in there right now, so it's not going to do anything. And that'll stay connected until you say, Echo, stop. Announcements allow you to make an announcement across all the devices in your house. And the way that works is you just say the wake word, announce, and then do your message. Echo, announce, testing this out.
Announcing.
Testing this out. And that went across all of my devices. You can also use the option to say broadcast or tell everyone and then make your announcement. Number 2 on the list is routines. Routines allow you to trigger multiple actions with a single command. Now in the past couple of months, there's been some great updates to routines. Originally, you're only able to use your voice or schedule a routine, but now you could use a device, your location, or even an Echo button to trigger a routine. There's also addition to the actions you could have a routine do. Originally, a routine could only trigger your device to say something, give you a news report, a traffic report, a weather report, or trigger a smart home device. The new additions include calendar to hear what's going on in your day, device settings that allow you to stop music, adjust the volume of your devices, or put it in Do Not Disturb. You also can send messages in a routine. You can listen to music based on artist, song, or genre, and even set a timer for how long it plays. You can also add in waits, so you can have a wait time in between the steps of a routine. These routines have become so much more useful because of these additions. I mean, being able to trigger music along with your smart devices, and even when they added triggering music, you used to not be able to stop that music. So the recent update they did to it allows you to now stop the music you're playing as you walk out the door and shut off all your devices, all with a single command. You gotta love that. Number 3 is multi-room audio groups. At the end of 2017, Amazon introduced this new feature that allows you to take multiple Echoes and put them into a group. That way you could stream music across all those Echoes at the same time. The problem was you were not able to put an Echo into multiple groups, which was very frustrating to people. For example, if you have a downstairs group, an upstairs group, you couldn't create an everywhere group with those Echoes. Well, in the past couple of months, Amazon fixed that and added the ability to put echoes into multiple groups. So now I have a downstairs group that is using my kitchen and living room. I have an upstairs group which is using my daughter's room, my bedroom, and our playroom up there. If you haven't used multi-room audio, you gotta check it out. It is a great feature that's even expanded to the Fire TV Cube. Right now I can say, Echo, play classical music in the office group.
Here's a station for classical music, all classical, on Amazon Music, playing on the office group.
It's coming out here with the Fire TV Cube, coming out of this device, coming out of the show over there. It's showing the artist that's playing there. It's showing it up on the TV. That's good stuff. Number 4 on the list is the update to the app. In October, Amazon introduced a big update that focused a lot more on smart home control and media. In the app, under devices, we now have these tabs to be able to access our smart devices easily, to access our Echo devices, and we can even access scenes that we've made. You also have groups in here, so you can create groups based on different rooms in the house. And the speaker groups you make are listed here for quick and easy access to adjust. If you want to make a new group or add a device, you hit the plus sign. You get the add a device option, add a new group option, add a multi-room music speaker group, or you could even do stereo pairing, which allows you to take 2 of the newer Echoes and pair them into a stereo pair, and even add a subwoofer to that pair. If we go under the Play tab, it is such a better visual interface. We can see music that's recently played along here and be able to select them. We can browse music based on the services that are available that we can use. We can go and look through the Audible books that we have. We can check out our Kindle library and have our device read to us. You know, you could also hear some different suggestions of what you can do in the way of media. I really like the way the app looks now. I like that Amazon is embracing that we're using these devices for media, for smart home control, for communication. It's so much more beyond the original just virtual assistant that these devices started as. The last one, number 5 on my list, would be the improvements to music. And for all of you people out there who this hasn't been released to yet, I'm sorry. But one of the biggest updates for me as a Apple user was the addition of Apple Music. I love that I can now bring up my playlist that I've made using Apple Music and be able to request my songs from Apple Music instead of having to pay for another service such as Amazon Music or Spotify. I can ask my devices now to play my playlist from Apple Music. Echo, play playlist A Mix.
A mix from Apple Music.
That's been huge for a lot of Apple users. Some of the other music updates, and this does not work when your default music is Apple Music. It only works if you're using Amazon Prime or Amazon Music Unlimited. You're able to now get help with different types of music. So you can ask, help me find some dinner music. Help me find some holiday music. You can also say whether you like or dislike music, so it starts to recognize what you're tasted and what to serve you up when you start to ask for different types of music. Another thing that was added halfway through the year, if you use Amazon Music or Amazon Prime Music, is the ability to create playlists with your voice. So if you're listening to a song, you can say, create a new playlist, and it'll ask you what you want to call it. You can add that song to that playlist very easily. You can bring up your songs based on playlists. Unfortunately, the ability to add songs to another service's playlist is not available. Another way that Amazon is trying to improve on the music experience is with the equalizer. If you go under Devices Settings, select Audio Controls, and now you can adjust the bass, You can adjust your midtones, adjust your treble, and really adjust and dial your devices into the sound that you want to hear. I do like that Amazon keeps trying to find a way to make a more customizable listening experience, from the songs to the services to the actual sound coming out of your device. That's a look at my top 5 feature updates for 2018. They've had some great stuff come out. I look forward to seeing what comes out in 2019. I also want to thank you very much for those of you who have watched the series over the past year. I really do appreciate the support. Also, I will be doing a 2019 series. I can't stop now. I love that you guys enjoy this series. I like making it and learning about these devices. I mean, if I didn't do this series over the last year, I'd never know how capable these devices are. Let's do another year. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you haven't, consider subscribing and click that bell to be notified of the next video. If you'd like to help support the channel, check out the link in the Amazon description. If you use it, Amazon will kick us back a little. There's also a link to the merchandise store. Thank you for watching this and have a great day. Bye.